Hi viewers, you are welcome to YangaLife channel. Today we want to talk about the use of water system of transportation. Earlier before now we have discussed about the use of rail, the advantages of using rail and the challenges that rail, it can move large quantities of goods and also large number of passengers at the same time, and is going to reduce the pressure that we have on our roads, because in this part of the world it seems that road is the major means of transportation. That's why all the time government is talking about road construction. It is part of the issues, that is making the road to wear away easily. Though it's not a major contributing factors, but it's supposed to be looked into. The idea of using the road all the time can cause easy wears and tears on the road, because I don't know if they take these things into consideration while constructing road. They are supposed to know the frequent how frequent the road is being used. How frequent vehicles ply the road and the type of vehicle that plies the road majorly. That is knowing the number of vehicles that crosses that road is one of the things that should be put into consideration while constructing a road. So, but this time around we are going to talk about promoting water transportation. Yes, you and I know that water transportation is not being utilized the way it is supposed to in this part of the world. In Nigeria, in the eastern part of Nigeria, in most places, we are not using water system of transport as the way it is supposed to. If you are using water system of transportation, if you are moving from Onitsha to Lokoja, it should be in a very less number of time. So, but I bet you to even find a speedboat to cross from Onitsha to Asaba is an issue. Even though sometimes they do have, all this canoe, machine powered canoe from Asaba to Onitsha, from Onitsha to Asaba, and these ones that goes into the villages to bring yams to the river port. This is Onitsha river port. So, but having said that, we are going to make some good explanations on using of water system of transportation. So just like I said, promoting water transportation across the river Niger in the eastern part of Nigeria and Nigeria as a whole can bring numerous benefits, including reduced traffic congestions on our roads, improved logistics, movement, economic growth, and reduced environmental impacts. Yes, these are the quick benefits of promoting water transportation. Then to kickstart effective water transportation in this part of the world, several key steps and strategies can be implemented. So I'm going to mention some key strategies that should be implemented. Majorly, government and private can participate to achieve these key processes. Then infrastructure development. Yes, talking about infrastructural development, it has to do with a lot of things. It has to do with ports and terminals. Like you are seeing now, you just see Onitsha River Port. Don't worry, the camera will still come to Onitsha River Port. Then established modern and efficient river ports and terminals along the River Niger. This is Onitsha River Port. You are having a good look at it there. Then we have Onitsha River Port, but I doubt I've not seen any barge or any, large vessel that large vessel cannot come to Onitsha River Port, but a cargo barge or whichever type of vessel, I've not seen such here. But I know that I think it's trailers that used to bring container to the river port. The river port is there, but is yet to be utilized. I don't know what is holding this river port from being utilized. Aside Julius Berger using it to bring some of the equipment, majorly when they were constructing the second Niger bridge, I used to see them bring some of the equipment that area. Aside them, I've not seen containers coming through the water. So these facilities should be equipped to handle various types of barges. I know cargoes cannot big cargoes cannot be here. Then include containers, bulk goods and passengers. Yes, the terminal itself is well equipped, but we are yet to see these things happening. So having said that, we'll talk about dredging. Yes, dredging, part of infrastructure development that can ease the use of water transportation. Then it ensures that the river channels are deep and wide enough to accommodate vessels of varying sizes. Regular dredging is essential to maintain navigability. Yes, having said about dredging, how important it is, people are of the opinion that dredging is what is holding the River Niger from, some small or medium-sized barges or vessels, I don't know, coming to Onitsha. Coming to Onitsha and other places, that the River Niger has to be dredged, to ease up the movement of vessels. Well, I don't know how true it is, but I know that on daily basis, the River Niger along this axis, Onitsha axis, is being dredged on daily basis. People are excavating sand, from the river on daily basis. All the banks of the river alongside Anambra, Delta State area, that they, remove sand from the river on daily basis. So I don't know the type of dredging again that the river needs, so that vessels and barges can come in to deliver goods and services. Then except if on some certain areas that is not close to these places that I've just mentioned, except that. So, but having said that, navigational aids, yes, we are talking about infrastructures. Navigational aids, install navigational aids such as buoys, markers, and GPS system to guide vessels safely along the river. Yes, sometimes I used to see something like buoys, some things that are floating. That these things, that they are guide. That buoys is like a guide, inside on top of the river. I see it sometimes on River Niger, but I don't know. We are talking about infrastructural development. Then we talk about intermodal connectivity. Yes, integrate river ports with existing road and rail network to create seamless transportation links. Then where we have a functional river port, there should be a link with the river port and the rail system and the road also. So that is the intermodal connectivity that I am talking about. Then aside infrastructure development, we can talk about vessel fleet development. Yes, vessel fleet development involves investment in vessels, barges, and some little cargoes. Encourage private and public investment in a diverse fleet of vessels, including cargo ships. Yes, ships might not, use this, using rivers as an example. Ships can only move on the high oceans, but barges and small vessels can use rivers. That one I know. Talk about passenger ferries and container vessels. Yes, they can make use of the. Then we talk about maintenance and upkeep. Yes, establish maintenance facilities to ensure the reliability and safety of vessels. Regular maintenance and inspections are essential for a sustainable water system. Yes, just like where you maintain roads and the rest of them, water system of transportation need also its own maintenance and upkeeps. Yes, we move to regulatory frameworks. Yes, regulatory frameworks is an important aspect of water transportation. Things that can help this part of the world to achieve a successful water transportation so that we can have ease on our roads. Then under regulatory frameworks, we have safety regulations. Implement and enforce safety regulations to ensure the protection of passengers and cargo. These include guidelines for vessel maintenance, safety equipment, and crew training. Having said that, we move to environmental regulations. We are still talking about regulations. Enforce environmental regulations to minimize pollution and protect the river's ecosystem. This may include waste water treatment and strict rules for waste disposals. Yes, here in this part of the world, people abuse this a lot. Everything enters the river through the water channels. They find their ways into the river. All types of rubbish and waste. So we are saying that environmental regulations is very important. Upon utilizing this type of system of transportation, that is water system of transportation. Then we talk about tariff and pricing. Establish transparent and competitive pricing structures for using the water transportation system. Pricing should consider factors like distance, cargo type, and passenger fares. Yes, we've talked about this tariff and pricing. We enter next one, private public partnership. Under public-private partnership (PPP), collaborations, encourage collaborations between the government, private sector, and international organizations to fund and develop water transportation projects. Yes, these things are yet to be utilized, and these are the avenues to achieve a successful water transportation. We talk about concession agreements. Consider concession agreements that allow private companies to operate. Private companies to operate and maintain river ports and vessels, thereby leveraging private sector expertise and resources. Now, this is an important area that government needs to look into, encouraging private people to partner with the government and the public people in general to achieve a successful and well-utilized water system of transportation. We talk about promotion and awareness. Yes, under promotion and awareness, we can discuss about marketing and promotion. Marketing and promotion considers, to promote water transportation as a viable and efficient mode of transport system. Conduct marketing campaigns to raise awareness among businesses, logistic companies, and the general public. Yes, if you don't say that this is where I am or this is what is happening, people might not get to know about that, immediately. It might take a longer time for people to know that yes, this is existing. So promoting it and creating awareness through marketing and promotions can ease, creating the awareness for the general public to be aware, so that you can have an effective water transportation. Then security measures. Yes, security infrastructure. Under security infrastructures, we talk about enhanced security measures along the river to prevent, piracy and theft. Yes, we know that we have naval bases in some of these riverine areas. There is one at Obaru, just at the front of River Niger there. And I know that their presence along that axis is there already. But if peradventure government wants to explore water transportation the more, then there is need to deploy more securities along the route of where passengers and goods moves along the water system. Then collaboration with the law enforcement, working closely with the law enforcement agencies to ensure the safety of passengers and cargoes. Yes, I've just said that. Then government support on its own. We talk about government support. We are now outside the security discussions. We are talking about government support. Yes, policy support, develop clear policies and incentives to encourage the growth of water transportation. This is very, very vital. This may include tax incentives, subsidies, or grants for the infrastructure development. Yes, encouraging people to do this by giving them incentives and tax reliefs. This is going to help a lot to encourage a water system of transportation. Yes, having said that, we talk about investments allocate government funds for critical infrastructure development and maintenance, especially in the initial stage when private investment may be limited. You see, government can allocate funds for people that are interested in establishing this type of business. Allocate funds for them in support. Yes. Then, having said all this, I want to still emphasize that starting effective water transportation across the river Niger and other areas in this side of the world will require careful planning. It's going to require careful planning, essential investments, and collaborations between the government, private sector, and local communities. By addressing infrastructure, regulatory, and operational challenges, this side of the world, Eastern region, Nigeria, can tap into the tremendous potentials of water transportation to enhance its economic and logistical capabilities while preserving the environment. Yes, I believe with all this, people can see if they can enter into water transportation. People can bring up proposals to government and the rest of them. Well, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please click on the subscription button, notification bell, like this video, and don't forget to share it. Let's hear your comment concerning this. All this while is about road. Yes, we talk more about road because roads, are the major system of transportation in this country. But we are trying to open up people's mind, let them understand that water system is a means of transportation and is very fast, and it depends on the location where you are going. So people can start utilizing this water system of transport to ease up the use of road in this part of the world. Yes, having said that, with this, I'm going to leave you for now until I come your way next time. Bye.